Oh, wow.
Damn.
You guys thought it was a random user. Nah, it's the bot.
Really inconspicuous.
Hey, this lets you know I'm not any type of hacker, or at least I wouldn't be discreet about it. Yep. All right. I guess you guys want to introduce yourself. Obviously not docs. Like, how do you guys know me on the politics server? Since this is the first time I've actually recorded, I'm recording an interview with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how would you describe me before I go on asking questions?
I'd say maybe a little bit misunderstood. I think intelligent. I think you're a very intelligent person. Extremely,
Very
actually.
well spoken.
Yeah, very like you're very impressive, like in what you know. Whenever you choose to like have an intellectual conversation.
Thank you. So misunderstood, as in like you were saying before, like I what I'm looking for. Like I hide my feelings. Is that what you mean? Like misunderstood?
Like I think misunderstood in the sense that I think people probably assume like you're not intelligent as you actually are, or like you said, someone said you're autistic or something like that.
Yeah, they said I seem autistic in text chat, but normal in voice chat.
Yeah, like I don't know. People like have those assumptions.
Oh, do you think text chat is a type of? Do you think people put on a persona in text chat?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. People, I've like talked to so many like Gen Chat users who like talk so much shit in Gen Chat, but when we get in VC, they will not say a single word, not a word. They won't even say hi. Like they talk so much shit, but they can't even say hi.
I was like that for a while. I trash talk Nooble, right? Because
oh my God.
I remember I told you. I didn't tell you. Well, yeah, I did. I told you. I was like, I showed you my notes, and it said she was white, bitch. And then a few days later, she mass pings me, and she's like, "Why did you call me a white bitch?" And I was like, "How did you figure that out?"
Snitch. She's a snitch. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny when you said it.
She was being dead serious.
I was like, Nooble, what did you do?
She was like, explain to me right now. And then I was texting. I was like, Nooble, you could go do other stuff. And she was like, no.
Nooble's nice. At least, like in my experience with her, she's very sweet.
He said change my notes on her. I don't know why that made me laugh.
Is she? Because she's not white, and she's not from Japan.
Okay, yeah. I like how everyone liked my notes on them.
Yeah, I liked my notes on me. I can't remember because I have a horrible memory, like when it comes to most things. But I remember liking your notes. I thought they were.
I'll have to look it up again.
Oh yeah, the only thing I disagreed with was liberal.
Oh, you're not liberal then.
I'm not. No, I called my dad here earlier today. He's like, "You're a liberal," and I'm like, I'm not a liberal. And then he's like, "So what are you then? A communist?" Like, Dad, no.
That's two wrong extremes. That's. I don't think anyone's communist for real anyway. People who claim they're communist in politics, they're usually trolling.
I don't know. I think they're just like, I think at least usually it's like the Troids. They like read like a page of the Communist Manifesto and then they're like, I am an expert on communism.
Just need a real job.
Yeah, it's always the underage people. It's always underage people who are like, I know so much on this. I read like 2 pages from this.
You just need a real job, and then they'll realize they don't want to cashier and doctor and make the same. So they just don't live in the real world yet.
True.
I wouldn't want everyone making the same. That would be crazy.
Not everyone deserves to make the same.
That's correct, because people have different skills and talents.
I would not go to school for 8 fucking years to make the same as, someone who flips burgers.
Or a janitor.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that would suck. Okay. I'm gonna just start. Well, first off, did you guys look over the questions I posted to see if they're all right?
Yeah, I have them up on my phone right now.
Yeah.
So they're all right.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah, they all look fine.
Okay. So I'll just ask, and you guys can, I guess, take turns answering. All right.
All right.
I asked you before a while back, but remember I didn't record then. So I mean, if your answers
Yeah.
change, that's fine. Just going over.
Probably.
It's fine. People change. No big deal. All right. Number one, what does your ideal day look like? Crimea, I guess you can start, or if you want.
What'd you say, my ideal day?
Yeah.
First of all, I wouldn't have to go to work. So I'd be able to stay inside, maybe wake up a little bit later than usual. I'd like to wake up next to her. And spend the morning with her. Take it easy, maybe. Cook a nice lunch. Go somewhere. Maybe take a walk. Just taking it easy all day, basically.
All right, Toastie, what about you? What would your ideal be?
I'm getting stuck at just the part of whether I'd want to wake up earlier or sleep in. Because if I wake up earlier, then I have more time to do stuff with him. Like I could go and get like dinner with friends and spend the day with him. We could go on another pottery date where we could paint some more ceramic stuff. Get some more succulents. Yeah, I guess just a day of fun, but also, not stressful, taking it easy. Plans that like aren't necessarily set to like 100% you have to do this at this exact time, because then that's kind of like restraining.
So basically, you guys are saying you would just want a day where you essentially just relaxing. You're not having to, worry about, say, grades or money or stuff. Just chilling.
That would be nice. That would be real nice.
Yeah. I think most people want that, right? Just permanent vacation, or maybe just more vacation. I always find it funny. When I was younger, I always wanted to be an adult, and now that I'm adult, sometimes I wish I was just a child again. Where I didn't have to realize how horrible the world is and all the responsibilities. But now it's too late. But whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah, I was a pretty edgy tween. I don't know.
I don't even know if I want to know details to that. Just the way you said it made me nervous. I mean,
I was just so edgy. Like I thought, like I was so like, I don't know, like genius. Like I'd figured out the world. I was like, there's no meaning to life. We're just all specks on nothing, and we will never be like remembered and shit like that. It's like just shut up. like if you don't want to enjoy your life, there's plenty of other people who will. Who would take your place? Yes. Yeah, it's just so, I don't know. I get annoyed just thinking of like my old obnoxious edgy tween phase. I don't even want to talk about how I was as a teen. I was way more awkward then. I think we all were. That's like the awkward phase. Yeah, because I always like watching TV, cops breaking up fights and stuff. Whenever it's teenagers fight, no one ever goes to jail because it's always over arbitrary nonsense. Like, oh, you dated my girl, and it's just so dumb. But then when adults fight, they're like, "You're two grown ass men. What are you doing?" I just find that funny. All right, 2. Well, we're all young, but I don't know if this has changed. But what did you want to be when you were younger? Can I go first?
That's fine. Go ahead, Toastie.
I wanted to be a lot of different things. I remember we took a field trip in kindergarten to the fire department, and my kindergarten teacher got to be lifted up on the fire truck ladder thing, all the way up into the air. And just for that reason, I wanted to be a firewoman, for like, I don't know, like a month. I just wanted to be a firewoman just so I could go up on that ladder thing and then quit. But besides that, I wanted to be, like throughout most of elementary school, I wanted to be an ornithologist, which is someone who studies birds. And then throughout most of middle school, I wanted to be a software developer. And then I think from around like 8th grade, around 7th or 8th grade, and then until now, I've wanted something in the medical field.
Oh yeah, you always talk about that.
Yeah, I don't shut up about it.
I know. What, you're a psychologist or nurse or what? I never pinpointed it.
Psychiatrist, or I was thinking something in surgery or in like the emergency room or something like that. I have an interest in like emergency medicine a lot, but at the same time, I would like something in the medical field that has a set schedule.
Well, you can hang up neurosurgery. I was about to recommend that.
Oh my god, no, I've heard that the residency for that is like awful. I've heard I think that takes like 12 years or something like that. I don't know, it was something crazy, and I heard it's just like from neurosurgeon residents, I've heard like it's soul crushing is the word they use.
Being a doctor is not easy. Especially being a neurosurgeon.
Yeah, I think of like all the doctor like professions you could go into, I think that one's the hardest to get into.
Yes, the neurosurgeons make the most out of all the different specialties.
Mm-hmm. Their median pay is like $1 million.
Yes, on average. Cosmetic surgeons make more, but that's if they something rich clients, if they tailor to rich clients. But yeah, neurosurgeons make the most because there are not that many routine. There are fewer actually brain surgeries done than heart surgeries per year in America anyway. And the number of open residency slots is also lower.
Yeah, I could definitely see why it pays more. I'm pretty happy with like if I would go into like psychiatry though. I have a huge interest in that.
Nice. All right, what about you, Crimea? What did you want to be when you were younger? It's changed, I don't know.
I remember really being into geology for like a solid year or so when I was like maybe 6 or 7, somewhere around that age. But I remember in elementary school we had to do this thing where we went into our church sanctuary because it was like attached to the school, and we had to read out what we wanted to be when we grew up. And I think I remember my parents telling me that I went up and said I wanted to be Spider-Man when I wanted to grow up, or when I grew up, because that was like right around when that first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie came out, and I watched that like daily.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Spider-Man's pretty cool. Yeah. Keep it between us. I think he was the best Spider-Man actor in all the different films. What, you didn't like him that much?
No, I agree with you.
Andrew Garfield he just felt like he was taking it too seriously. And then the one in the MCU films, I can't remember the guy's name.
Tom Holland?
I don't know. Yeah, that's his name. His portrayal just felt too cheesy.
I don't know. My dad would like your answer though, Krim, because Spider-Man's his favorite hero.
Really?
Yeah, he loves Spider-Man.
Nice.
You know, everything about Spider-Man's believable besides the web slinging. You know, I was watching, I don't know if you guys remember Spider-Man 2. And I remember when I was in high school, I was watching a scene. I was like, Spider-Man's the best hero ever, right? And then in that experiment with Doc Ock, he has the exoskeletons that are indestructible and artificial intelligence and can connect to his brain. And I'm like, what the fuck is Spider-Man fighting crime for? What is he doing? Like, Doc Ock could like make so much money off of that. I just remember that. And I also did like Spider-Man 3. I don't know why people hated it. I liked it. I don't know. It made me cry a couple times.
I've never actually seen that one.
Oh,
Which one's the one
maybe
with
we
Green
could watch
Goblin?
it one day. Yeah, maybe we
Sure.
could watch it one day, and I could stream it.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know if you guys be up for that.
Sure.
Nice. Yeah, I stream every now and then, but most people don't watch 550. They're always I watched Mortal Kombat. That was all right.
Mhm.
But yeah, so
You
one
can
day I
host
guess
an event.
I can't post an event. I can't do that.
You can host an event.
I thought only mods can host that.
No. If you did like a movie night, you could host that. I mean, I could talk to them about it. I think they'd let you. I mean, why not? It's literally like doing their job for them.
Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe you guys can mention that in your chat or whatever to watch the host Spider-Man 3 or something.
Just like if you give us like a date and like a time and like the specific movie, like I'm sure they'd be able to.
Okay. Let me actually write that down before I forget it. Or type it out. Host Spider-Man 3 on politics. Okay, yeah, I'll ask. I thought only mods could do that. Or was it they can only do AMAs? Which was it? I don't remember.
Mm.
Before I move on, I also noticed on the server that the structure of AMAs changed. Before it was like anyone could speak, but now they have this special channel where like only 3 people can speak. How did y'all set that up? What made y'all do that, or you don't know?
Oh, it was a Discord thing. Like Discord updated like their entire like structure, so then you could have, I think it's called stages, and so it's like built in. And we're like, why not use that for AMAs? That's really actually helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, on to the next question. Who are you most inspired by, and why? If you it can be yourself, your dad, I don't know who it will be. Yeah, Toastie, you can go first if you want. Yeah.
Okay. I'd say maybe my mom. She really is self-made. She's a 100% self-made woman. She grew up in like an extremely poor home. She raised her brothers. She got herself a job. She put herself through college, and now she's an upper middle class woman with a family. Like she is 100% self-made, and I respect the fuck out of her.
That's good. That's good. Crimea, what about you?
I mean, honestly, like if I'm being completely honest, I would say Toastie because I was in a really shitty place for most of the last 5 years. And after graduating college, I really wasn't going anywhere anytime soon. And I mean, honestly, I don't really know where I would be without her because she motivated me to get back into school and to put my eyes back towards law school, motivated me to get a job again. And I honestly have never been doing better than I am now.
Oh no, I feel bad for not saying you're my biggest inspiration, but I feel like you're my biggest motivation.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Like my mom's my biggest inspiration, but I think you're my biggest motivation.
Mm-hmm. No, it's fine. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, don't feel bad. We're all inspired. I think everyone that you find important in life is important to you for a different reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
of course.
Like I would say that my number one inspiration would be my mother because she went back to school, became a nurse, and to help people and raised us and took care of me and my brother and sister. Even when money wasn't that great, and she always worked hard and was understanding and stuff and other things, dealing with her health currently and how she's not giving up. And she just inspires me to do better.
Mm-hmm.
And I always write down her dreams. I know you guys don't believe in superstition, but she always tells me she thinks she has visions, and one night she had a dream where she said I had graduated college and became the engineer I told her I wanted to be and lived in a house, big house with a family.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that made her cry, so I said, I'll make that dream come true for you. even if you're not here to see it. That I don't know. I just thought that dream meant something to me. And you guys also inspire me in a different way, in the sense of wanting to be more honest. Because I think dishonesty in the long term doesn't benefit you, because if you're around someone long enough, you're eventually going to figure out their true colors anyway. So I see no reason why you would lie about it in the short term. Plus, we're all motivated by something, so I don't see why you should have to lie about what motivates you, because everyone's biased in their own way, even if they don't want to admit it. You're biased, I'm biased, everyone's biased. So I think it's just good to know what that is and just move forward. And believe it or not, I've always read, like the books I always show you guys, I've always read a lot. But I've picked it up more, as in I read more frequently, because you guys inspire me to, do better, move out my comfort zone. And you guys say I have
I'm really happy for you.
And really, all the crappy minimum wage jobs I've worked in when I went to school, well, before COVID came and made everything align. And not that many people really talked to me or said I had potential or anything, and that kind of did hurt me a little. But you guys saying I have potential, that does mean a lot to me.
Well, you do.
That's why I started taking notes on people. I take notes on people I find important.
Oh, I think you have so much potential. I mean, who the heck is who the heck reads all these textbooks in their free time? That's insane. So much. If you've thoroughly read through all those textbooks, that's crazy. You do amazing in college. Your first year would be so easy. You'd be I've already read through 3 years worth of textbooks.
Yeah. I just thought about that. Most people don't read college books in their spare time.
No, they do not. Not at all. I think it's extremely impressive. I just think that's an example of your intelligence, especially how you retain the knowledge too. It seems like you have a lot of the knowledge from textbooks readily available. You remember it really easily.
Yeah. So you guys inspire me too. Crimea, Toastie, Doobie.
It's weird using usernames.
Yes, it is. I think I've told you. No, have I? I don't think I've told you guys my real name.
You've not.
Have I?
Yeah, you have.
Wait,
I told you Crimea.
I don't. You didn't tell me.
This is a private interview, so I can say my real name. It doesn't matter. My real name is Shaquille.
Shaquille?
Yes. That's my real name, yeah.
Actually, didn't expect that. I like it.
Yeah.
So wait, this is a private. Wait, so where's the recording going?
To my drive. So what I do is I download it and I share it to you, and I assume you're not going to share with anyone else. And 7 days after recording, the original link gets deleted anyway. So I shared it with you in Crimea, right? And it's just on my Google Drive. Then the only way someone else would figure it out is if one of you guys shared it. I don't know if you're going to do that or.
What's the purpose of saving the interviews?
I don't know what the word is called. A memoir, I like getting to know people, and when I get to know people, I keep notes of them to myself. That's all. That's the only reason.
Okay.
Not getting money off it or anything.
I almost expected you to say you're gonna post it to your YouTube channel or something.
I did post another interview I did, but that was with a physicist. That's completely different. It was outside stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, my real name's Shaquille. That is a cool sounding name, I guess.
It is a cool name. My name's Haley.
Haley, nice. Crimea, if you want to say yours, what is yours?
My name is Pierre.
Pierre. Pretty cool. Nice.
Just please don't say my name in chat. In the public chat.
What I should do is I should say I know Toastie's real name and then type white girl and just.
I wasn't expecting
that. That was terrible. Crimea. That was terrible. Oh man. Sometimes in text, people just don't know why they find me funny, but yeah. Yeah. Right. Or if you could meet anyone, live or dead, who would you want to meet, and what would you ask them? What are some things you would ask them? I guess, Toastie, I'll go with you first.
Freddie Mercury.
Say that one more time, but slower. I didn't.
Freddie Mercury. He's just cool. Yeah, he's so cool. He is such an icon, and like I love his music. He just seems like he'd be so cool to like spend a day with, you know? Like he's so awesome. I feel like I'd like to talk to him like about like how he writes music or like comes up with melodies and such like that, and just talk about his life and everything. I feel like he'd have so many interesting stories to tell, and he always just seemed like a nice guy.
It's pretty cool. Crimea, what about you?
Well, that is actually a really good question. Oh wow, there's a lot of people I want to meet, or I wanted to talk or ask questions, but probably I don't know, because I'm torn between like a lot of early like establishing like members of the UN, like especially like the first few secretary generals, because I like the post World War II landscape, like political landscape of the world is just so volatile, and I want to know like how they expected, or how they hoped an organization like that would keep peace, like globally, especially when it almost immediately was used as a military force, like right after that. So I think probably that, one of the early secretary generals.
Oh, wasn't Dwight D. Eisenhower, wasn't he president during World War II, or am I wrong?
No, that was
Truman
and Roosevelt.
Truman. Okay. So would you want to meet any of them, since they did create some of the because the UN Security Council was created after World War II. The 5 permanent members are United States, Russia,
France, Great Britain, and China.
Yeah. So that was created right after World War II.
Yeah.
What do you think? Well, what do you think of that? The fact that they have that much power in the UN.
I mean, it's understandable considering that they're like the largest nuclear powers, so it's almost inevitable that they're going to have that much power. But I think it definitely outweighs a lot of the say of like smaller countries that are never going to be that influential or powerful economically or militarily.
Yeah,
I have an interest in it because this is like my degree in college, this sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think it would be cool to meet people in history and figure out, how they thought their policies would work versus how it did work out. That would be cool to know. Mm-hmm. All right. Is it okay if I answer some of these?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Who would I love to meet? If it's anyone.
Me.
I'd want to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd want to. Well, yes, I would say because it's supposed to be one person. Well, I could cheat and say more than one person. I'd want to meet you and Crimea.
Mm-hmm.
Why us?
Well, I mean, to be honest, many people on the politics Discord accept me, but you guys in particular, I don't know. I mean, you've had plenty of chances just to say, fuck this guy and block me or say, I'm evil and stuff. But I guess as you're able to see the good in me, despite all the terrible things I have said about people.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to the
And-
shit I've had to detain people for, you're fine.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know what you guys detain people for, but it can't be worse than what I've said.
Oh my god, oh my lord,
Trust me, it is
it's
worse.
worse. It's like sometimes I like read the shit that people say that they're detained for, and it just like makes me lose a little bit of faith in humanity.
Are they like Nazis or something? Like how bad?
That's
Just
the
saying-
lighter end. Like, here's the name of a dude who was banned the other day. I love minors. I'm pretty sure was his name. Some people say some absolutely like repulsive, depraved shit, and it really disgusts the hell out of me.
Mhm.
His
Even if
username
it's
was
joking.
I love minors. I mean, you banned him for the username alone, right or no?
We banned him. Yeah, he was banned. Like I think he said stuff along with his username, but that username is not okay.
Oh wow, that's crazy. I've said hateful stuff, and I'm going on record saying, yeah, I'm sorry for having said it. You guys know what I've said.
Mhm.
Sorry for all of it.
I think it's
Working
good
on
to improve yourself like that. It's always good to be improving. Because
You're
if you're the exact same person as you were from 5 years ago, then you're really not growing at all, are you? Isn't that what makes someone immature? It's just when they never grow.
Oh, is that really immature, or is it just not accepting reality?
Probably both. I mean, if I was the same person I was from 5 years ago, I'd be immature as fuck.
Yeah. So I guess immature would be not accepting reality. I guess, I guess you're right. Yeah, the way you say it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I would say so. Because I think life is about change. Because people change. People change, events change, and dealing with that. So I think you're right. 5.
Yeah.
What habit would you most like to break? What habit would you most like to form? If you have any habits you would like to break, of course. Toastie, you can go first. Or Hayden.
Procrastination.
You procrastinate, really? I would assume that you work ahead. You really procrastinate?
No. There are times, there have been multiple instances this semester where I will finish a paper at 5 a.m. because I decided to start it at 3 a.m. It's horrible. I hate it because it's just like that cycle of, oh, I'll do it in 5 more minutes. Oh, cool. This is a nice video. Oh, cool. I'll just do this. I could wait another 5 more minutes. It's just like that cycle of like anything to put it off because you don't want to do it. But like I always get it done, and I've turned in like all my assignments. It's just like I don't like it because it gets in the way of my sleep schedule.
Yeah, waiting till the last minute. I know. Yeah. Crimea, what about you? Name one habit you would like to break or start?
Exact same for me, procrastination. I did not learn my lesson all throughout college. I still have that issue, honestly. And really,
Did you wait until like the last day to do an assignment?
I used to wait till the morning. Something was like I remember at my worst. I remember writing a 15-page term paper. Like it was due at 8 in the morning for that class, and I started around 2 or 3 in the morning.
I couldn't do that because my hands will be shaking like too much to type.
I would sleep. I would sleep for like 2 days afterwards, but I would regret it every single time. But I never learned. It's just a really hard habit to break.
Yeah, I stayed up for 36 hours straight last semester because I procrastinated and I had to do all my work at once.
God.
Yeah, that procrastination will be it for me too. Because y'all know it's bad, but we do it anyway because it's just easier. It's
Instant
easier in the moment to
gratification.
do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of people do a lot of things, isn't it?
Yeah. I think like as much as like it's something like I think 95% of students procrastinate. It is what the vast majority of people do.
Yes. You know how many people would get kicked out of college if they procrastinated even once? Are you kidding me? I think colleges would be emptier. I think teachers procrastinate too, although I'm not sure
yeah.
they would admit it.
They have to. How else can they explain taking so long to grade my tests when where there's like half as many people in the class?
Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. You answered 6 and 7. 8. When is the last time you did something you were afraid of? When I asked that, guys, Haley, Pierre, I don't mean afraid like, oh, I stepped on a spider or something. I'm assuming it's right. I mean like afraid like you had a fear like that's went out on a date, you were afraid of rejection. You know what I mean? Like that type of fear. So when's the last time you've overcome a fear or obstacle?
Oh boy. I have no idea. I need to think about this one.
I can go while you're thinking.
Yeah, go ahead.
Honestly, when I started this job, because I am by far the youngest at this job and I have zero experience in my field compared to everyone else. And it's like, it feels very intimidating. Even like day to day, it's still intimidating because like I really don't know half of the stuff that we're doing and haven't been trained on it. And at times I kind of feel like an idiot because like I can't do it and I feel like dead weight almost. But like I got to do it. I got the job. It's just like it's a day to day sort of. It's a day to day dealing with it sort of thing. But I mean, I'm a lot better than I was when I started. I don't feel as intimidated anymore. And I don't really feel afraid to like ask questions when I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
That's good. That's good. Toastie, what about you? Have you thought of something yet?
Okay, I guess like this is like an old example, I guess, but it's like literally the last thing I could think of. I guess it's like being more honest about like with my family particularly about like my mental health and like getting therapy and stuff like that because it was very much needed and I was not honest at all before about it. I hid it from my family a lot. But I got therapy like years ago and I've literally been basically 100% fine. The only thing I've maintained is like social anxiety, but it's mild. I really don't have like panic attacks or anything like that.
Oh, well, that's good. The opening up is good.
Yeah.
And your family, they're there for you, so that's good. If this means anything, I am proud of you guys because you guys are good people and you always seek to change. That's good because some people do get complacent.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. Remember you were talking about McDonald's earlier? When I worked at McDonald's, there was one guy who was there for 31 years.
31 years?
Yes, that's right. 31 years, yeah. Yes.
What?
The same exact mission, really making more than what I did. That's not something that's just complacent. I can't do that, man. I'm sorry, but McDonald's was like fucking like modern slavery. I hated it. I'm glad I'm going from there. But I can't be doing the same thing for 31 years. I'm 26, by the way. I guess that's just 31 just seems so long to me. No, I consider high school long, and that was 4 years. I don't know. All right. You answered 10 already. Kinda answered 11 and 12. Oh yeah, okay. 13. What qualities do you admire in others? I'm guessing honesty would be one.
Oh my god, yes. Very much so. I cannot stand dishonest people. It's really hard. I'm not the type of person that can like easily bite my tongue when it comes to like my distaste for others. It's like I don't know, whenever people are like dishonest, it's really hard not to call them on their bullshit in front of everyone. But like I don't know, I guess so in terms of like what I would admire in others, not procrastinating. Honesty, intelligence, open-mindedness, a willingness to grow, as well as like putting an effort to grow. Yeah, I'd say that's about it.
Pierre, what about you? Would it be around the same things? Or?
Around the same thing, honesty, not easily complacent with where they are, always like eager to advance in any way, really, not just like career wise, but constantly trying, becoming more educated or learning new things, like driven people, basically. People who are willing to compromise and aren't just like overly like just refusal to work with you or refusal to hear you out. So basically open-minded people, I guess.
Yeah, those are mine. I'm gonna add on one more. I call it relatability, and what I mean by that is, if I have a relationship with someone, not just like friends, but just any type of romantic, business, whatever. If I want to keep being with that person, there has to be something that we both have in common, or we both agree on, or something. Because if we don't have anything in common, there's not really anything to talk about, right? Like if I haven't ever dated, but let's say I had a girlfriend and she liked country music, sports, and I don't know what else. I'm trying to think of a different subject. I don't know. Philosophy. We wouldn't talk much because those really don't interest me that much. That doesn't mean they will be a bad person. I'm not relate. I have to have something to relate to somebody to be able to better understand them. I guess I would add that on to, and I look for friends like, are they similar to me in this way or that way? And do you guys think that's a good quality to have, or is that a shallow, or what do you think?
I feel like to an extent, because I feel like you can have like an interest based on your differences with someone. Like if I had a lot of differences with someone, that kind of is like an incentive for me to talk to them, because I get to learn like so many different perspectives and like experiences that they've had that I would have otherwise like never been exposed to. I can't relate to it at all, but it's cool to like get to learn about like something that I've never really thought about before.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you're right. Because then, Pierre, I might let you off. Because then I will be more open to people being different. Yeah, what do you think, Pierre, about that?
I think it's good to want to see people out who have similar interests. But like she said, it helps you like learn to like see other perspectives and maybe potentially even like find new interests when you talk to people with like different interests than yours. So while it's important to find people that are like-minded, it's just as if not more important to like branch out whenever you can, at least.
Yeah, you're right. Always change, right. The next question: what practical skills do you wish you had? So that could be, I don't know, learning a new language or an instrument, I don't know. But just what is something you wish you could learn or should have learned in the past? I'll go with you first.
Wait, me?
Yeah. Like, what would you want to learn?
Everything relating to medicine. Like
everything, literally everything.
If I just had all the practical knowledge of medicine and how to do all the procedures, that'd be great. I would have like a giant leg up. That'd be great. I guess. I'd say maybe mysteries? Being a stellar driver.
What about the medical mystery? Sorry.
Medical mystery? What?
Yeah, medical mysteries like unsolved problems, like why don't neurons divide, or the origin, why do we sleep, or what consciousness is, or how we stuff like that. Would you want to figure that out, or would you just want to know?
I'd like to figure that out. But I guess like in terms, because I don't really see like how practical that is. I guess because I don't really think that would like help me in like the specific like areas of medicine that I'd like to go into. Like, knowing like why we sleep and stuff like that would be interesting, but I don't see how that would help me with like helping, creating a treatment plan for someone with like dissociative identity disorder or something like that,
Yeah, cool. And then you said be a stellar driver. You're bad at driving?
No, I haven't driven in like a year. So I'm a good driver. It's just I feel like I'll be rusty. So if I could just have like an innate like freaking NASCAR level, like driver skill, right? Then I'd feel pretty secure.
Yeah. Yeah, NASCAR would be a little too much to me. Those cars go like 200 miles an hour or something. But yeah, I see what you mean. Pierre, what about you? Is there anything you wish you could learn?
Or I wish I was more like creatively inclined. Like I wish I had an actual like artistic ability or could like play music or something. Because I don't know. It feels like sometimes I'm missing something in terms of like self-expression. And I think that would be a good outlet. And
What about writing?
Yeah, I do have that. Yeah, because I'd say I am fairly talented at that. Better than cooking, but I wish I could like draw or something like that or paint.
Like it's not something that you're forever excluded from it. That's something that you learn over time. Like I've shown you my drawings before. They're over the course of like a decade, of like practice. It's just like like you're an amazing cook, right? Like that's a form of self-expression. Mm-hmm. I think that's really impressive.
Thank you.
And you're writing too. You're a really good writer. The stuff like you literally write things that make me like cry because they're so sweet.
I guess maybe I'm being a little hard on myself.
What's the cost of that? You definitely have abilities that I don't. Or like talents that I don't. And that's creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think you should be too hard on yourself about it.
Yeah, she's right. You should. Yeah, you could pursue painting and stuff and instruments. That'd be pretty cool too to listen to.
Don't you play guitar? Or like you've been learning guitar?
Yeah, a little bit. I kind of fell off because of work, but I'm gonna get back on it.
Whatever you want to do, because I think you're talented either way.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys can do that. You guys are pretty cool. If I could learn any talent, it would be screenwriting, and by that I mean writing films.
Yeah.
I have a few. I've shared my books with you. I bought a few books on how to be a successful screenwriter because when I was in high school, I took a writing class, and I always wanted to write science fiction, like Iron Man stories, because I don't know why. Because like I said earlier, science fiction and Iron Man really inspire me a lot. So, it'd be something cool. To be the next, I don't know, George Lucas or whatever. There aren't that many black screenwriters or directors or even actors compared to white people or science fiction in general. But that's just one thing I would want to learn. Another is I learned Spanish in high school, right? As soon as I graduated high school, I forgot everything because I never used it. So I would want to learn Spanish again. Relearn it, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess that would be it as far as learning like what practical skills. And yeah. And now on to the next question. I'll phrase this a different way. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years?
Yes. So basically, what would you have wanted to accomplish in the next 5 years? So that's 2026, or roughly 5 years. It can be 4, it can be 6, but roughly around that.
Well, I guess most obviously would be graduating and then going into med school. I would be living with Pierre. We'd have like a cat or a dog. Maybe be married. I guess I'd have like a part-time job at that point. Yeah. I think that seems about right.
Cool. Pierre, what about you?
Yeah, like she said, I want to live with her. We're already planning on that actually. So a lot sooner than 5 years, but I want to be living with her. Hopefully, if things work out in time, marry her. Want to be in law school, if not like almost finished with law school, and looking towards like having a career as a lawyer. So yeah, just like, or like even start to become established in my career. So yeah,
Cool.
along that lines. Living with
Now, when
her.
you say law school, sorry about that. When you say law school, is that like, I don't know how that works. Is it general law school, or do you go to law school for a specific thing, or what?
I think like I'm pretty sure it's like in general, but you specialize in like whatever you want to focus on.
Yeah, okay. That's cool. Where do I see myself in 5 years? That means I'll be 31. On my own, so independent, being able to having a license and car that's paid for. 5 years, yeah, you can pay off a car in 5 years. So yeah, license, driver's license, and car. I don't know if I'd want to own a house until I was married. So maybe an apartment, just a place on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be some type of engineer. If I could pick any degree, short-term degree, like probably want to do mechanical engineering. So be a mechanical engineer, or at least have a degree in that. That would be pretty cool. And better at socializing, but I think I'm getting better at that, according to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing really fancy that I want besides that. Like, I'm not big on having expensive clothes or anything. So basically just that. Just, being an engineer, being independent. So nothing fancy. Like, I don't want a Lamborghini or anything. So yeah. What do you guys think of that? Does that sound too simple, or should
No,
want
that's
more?
good.
Okay.
You don't need like to have like you don't need to be like a billionaire or anything. As long as you have like what you want or like what you need, you tend to be pretty happy. I'm pretty sure there's like a study that showed like as long as you have enough money to survive and like live like without like stress, then you're at like the peak happiness. Like when after that point, once you get more and more money, you don't get any happier.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I guess according to that, there's a such thing as too much money at some point. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Okay. Just a few more questions. I swear I'm almost done.
All right.
If you could
All
make
right.
one change in the world, what would it be? I think your answers, I might be wrong. I think you said, might be confusing it. One of you said in poverty, and then another said more empathy. Might be wrong.
You have good memory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was right, but I forget which one of you said that. Which one was it that said that?
I said empathy.
Empathy. Okay. Yeah. So why do you think empathy is important?
I just think like if everyone was a bit kinder, because I think like think about this right, the entire world is kind, then there would be no murder, there'd be like no assault, there wouldn't even be rude people, there'd be no road rage, probably wouldn't be many drunk drivers because that's not very kind to be driving drunk. Like it would like I feel like all of the like issues in the world are like at least like the most prevalent ones are like not like the opposite of kindness, like just people being rude or selfish or just straight up assholes, being cruel. If people were literally just kind, then there wouldn't be that.
Yeah, I think Gandhi is the one who said that when addressing poverty. I think he said something along the lines of, "There's enough money for everyone's needs, but not for everyone's greed," or something along those lines. Basically, some people just kind of get off on mistreating others.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, And then about ending poverty, Nelson Mandela said something along the lines of, I can't remember the exact quote, something like overcoming poverty is necessary or something. As long as poverty exists, there can't be true freedom. But yeah, I would say poverty and empathexism, really any type of, ism, ageism, whatever ism. Most of it is because people harm someone else either because they don't know what it's like to be treated that way or they just don't care. If they understood more, I don't think people would be hateful. I mean, I don't know what you guys think about that. Like how men mistreat women and, all the racism. I just think, man, if we could just be in someone else, if we could be in the other person's shoes, we wouldn't be so hateful towards them all the time. What do you guys think of that?
I agree.
Yeah, I fully agree. Like, I don't think you're gonna want to do hateful things towards other people if you like have to spend a day in their shoes and understand like how it makes them feel.
Yeah, it's part of the reason why I hate the politicians. They're racist or sexist or hate the poor. I'm like, you guys make $174,000 a year. Nancy Pelosi's worth over $220 million now. I'm like, so easy for you not to care about healthcare and free college and stuff when you have all that money. You just took all that away, and the minimum wage will be freaking $40. We'd have healthcare so fast, Haley, you wouldn't even know. Unanimous decision. Don't think that way.
I think some people just lack empathy too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they lack it entirely? Like they literally cannot? Wow.
Yeah, there's people with, like antisocial personality disorder, stuff like that. They literally do not have a concept of empathy. They have no guilt, no remorse. They could do anything to anyone and just not feel anything.
That's crazy, man.
It's scary to think about because they're not scared of like offending. Those people really often end up in jail because they don't see anything wrong with what they're doing and they don't feel bad about it. Like they literally will go and kill someone and just not care.
That's crazy. I mean, I couldn't even yell at someone and not feel anything. I can't imagine like raping someone or killing someone and feeling nothing at all. That would, I don't know. Crazy. All right, I got two more questions.
All right.
Saying money is no object, what would you want to do? You want to take a trip somewhere to some specific country, or obviously you've kind of answered that in that you'd want to move in together. But I mean, like besides that, would you want to visit? I don't know, Australia or something like that, or what do you want to do?
Travel. I'd love to travel. I've never been like really outside the country. Like I went to Niagara Falls and like went on the Canada side, but you could hardly say that's in another country. You step 100 feet into another country, you can't really say, "Oh, I've been there." Like not really. I haven't really seen it. I guess I've only been there like on a technicality. I haven't experienced what Canada is really like at all. I experienced one tourist spot that was like less than an hour away from my house. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I guess so. Just travel. I'd get a nice place. I wouldn't just get us an apartment. We wouldn't just have a dog or a cat. We would have multiple pets. Have a nice car. Like not too nice though. I'm not really like too flashy. I'd have a punch buggy, so then I could punch people wherever I go.
Nice. Pia, what about you?
Same thing, really. I'd love to travel the world. I've been outside the country a few times, but there's a lot more I want to see.
Nice.
Definitely want to get a nice house for us. Just basically be able to treat her nicely. Nice car, nice house, nice everything.
Nice. Would you donate any?
Oh yeah, of course. It was no object.
So, like,
I like
let's
to
say,
invest in
let's say,
a.
I don't know where you guys live, but let's say the mayor of your city said, right, we need 20, I'm just making a number. We need $1 billion to end homelessness in our city. And you obviously have an unlimited amount of money. You would give $1 billion?
Oh hell yeah! If we have an unlimited amount of money,
Mm-hmm.
I'd give like all the money to all the charities. You know, I'd give it for my little sister too. My
I
mom,
mean,
my
if it's
family.
really unlimited, you could give it to your whole family even.
Yeah, I'd give it to everyone I loved, and I'd give it to like every foundation that I thought was significant enough to like need money. I'm sorry, I just hit you with my phone because I.
It's okay. It's okay. It was cool listening to that. Yeah. Yes, since one of my goals would be to end poverty, which that's unlikely, but whatever, I can dream about anything. I guess I would give enough money to do that. I guess part of that would be, helping people pay for school, because I do think the lack of money gets in the way of, well, I would say school, but really when you think about it, almost everything, right? Not just school, getting a house, getting a car, paying for healthcare. So yeah, I wouldn't want everyone to make the same, right? But I would want everyone to have like a minimum standard of living to where they wouldn't go homeless or something like that. That would be a better society. So by that I mean, like, I wouldn't want everyone to have like a $5 million home, but maybe an apartment, like a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment to live in, so no matter what, so that way they wouldn't be homeless. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I would just make sure people had a minimum standard of living, and I also own a lot of textbooks, like a lot of textbooks. When I say a lot, I mean like far more than I could ever possibly read. I'd probably own thousands. At the college I want to go to one day, NC State, it has a huge library. The library is so huge, right, that they have to use machines to I don't know if you have it at your other college. They have to use machines, those arms, to organize all the books, because it's like over like 20,000 books. I'm like, I would own every single book, every one, so I could always have something to read and learn about. And yeah, I would travel the world. I wouldn't visit every country because there are a couple countries I don't want to go to. North Korea is one,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, pretty much any country that doesn't have ties to U.S. But I would want to go to Japan, Spain, Australia, and South Korea. Those countries I would want to go to because of their cultures and stuff. Also, I like anime a lot, so anime is really big in Japan. Like everyone knows, Gundam. I don't know if you guys know Gundam. Gundam, Naruto. It's really big over there. Guys, have you heard of Gundam or Naruto?
I've
Yeah.
known Naruto.
Gundam is like those big like fighting mechs, right?
Yeah. It originated from Japan. Yeah. So that would be pretty cool. All right, one last question for you guys. This interview. How do you want to be remembered in life?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone you want to go first, or?
Yeah, you, Pierre. Yeah. You want to be remembered, your legacy. That's how you want to help people, basically that.
Probably just, I mean, nothing particularly special. Just caring, generous person who's able to make an impact beyond just like my immediate surroundings. I definitely would like to help I'd like to give back to my like local area because I mean I was raised here. Everything I know is from here. It's suffering a lot, so I'd at least like to give back in some way.
That's beautiful, man. That's real beautiful. Turn up a little. That's so beautiful. What about you, Haley?
I guess I'd like to be remembered as like having a genuinely positive impact on a lot of people's lives. like, especially if I'm working in like psychiatry, I'd like to have a plethora of patients who have gotten better and their families doing better because of it. I'd like to have been like a good older sister, a good wife, a good mother, a good daughter. Um, just yeah, in general, just a positive impact for a lot of people.
That's also beautiful. How I want to be remembered in life. Well, my family definitely helped shape who I am with my empathy and stuff. So I would want to help other people as much as my family has helped me. And that I want people to be able to understand one another, live in harmony. This is going to sound cliche. Yeah, I know this sounds cliche, but this is what I want. To help everyone achieve common understanding, peace, tranquility. And by that, I mean people are going to disagree, but I mean like I want people obviously not to.
Is there any other questions that you have? Thor? Shaquille.
Hello?
I think he's talking to someone.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait, the bot's still recording.
Hey guys, can you hear me? Sorry about that.
Yeah, hi, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I said all of storytelling to me is about fantasies about what people's lives should be like. And so I guess to me with science fiction, I think technology can help bring us closer together and can help improve lives. Because I mean, think about it. Technology is why where we're at today. Electricity, is revolutionized. Every aspect of our lives: cell phones, computers, lasers, batteries, everything. Advances in medicine. So I guess we'll want that to be better. And I would also hope I'm important to people. Not like because I gave them money, but like made them feel needed, made them feel like they could be anything they wanted to be. That's how I hope it can make people feel. So yeah, what do you guys think of all that? Think that's good or?
I want Krim to go first, or Pierre to go
Yeah,
first.
you go ahead, Pierre. Yeah, from you.
I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, you said it all. It is all good. It's a good thing to want to, or to desire out of life and be remembered by.
All right. Yeah. What do you think, Haley?
Yeah, just yeah, same thing basically. Yeah, sounds all good to me. 10,
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. I think I told you guys. I share this with you. I think. I also throw in wanting to be loved romantically. That's my hope. I think that's. I think men who fantasize about that, although I don't think they would be as open as it is as women are. I do think men fantasize about love.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think I shared you guys my little playlist called Romance. I bet you guys like, what the hell is this?
I don't remember you ever showing that.
Yeah, I'm not
I showed it.
I remember.
I think wanting romance is more noble than just like wanting a quick release.
Yeah, that's my playlist on my YouTube channel where it's a bunch of my favorites, romantic comedies or moments that just make me cry. Just thinking to myself, man, I wish I could have. I'll share it with you guys when it's all over. And I removed my YouTube channel from my Discord, so I'll just share it with you guys. Yeah.
All right.
Obviously, you guys don't have to watch it, but yeah. And so, what did you think of the interview and everything, and me, and so far?
It was
'Cause
good.
that
It was
it.
good.
Mhm.
I just have a question for you then. You're focusing on getting a relationship, right? Not just like having sex with someone, because I know like before you voice some interest in that, but like I could tell you like just from experience, right? Like having sex with someone that you don't really have a connection with, it's awkward. It's not as enjoyable. It's just pretty hollow, honestly. Like I'd recommend just even if it takes longer, I'd recommend just waiting for someone that you really have a connection with.
Right. You're right. It's hiring a hooker. It would just be so hollow, and that's what everyone keeps telling me is that it would just
Honestly,
not.
like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah. I'm just gonna say it's hollow. What were you gonna say? Yeah.
Honestly, like from my perspective, and the experience, it's even worse than hollow. Like it can be very harmful because it can put you in a pattern of like only seeing yourself as good for like one particular thing, or like that think that you're only worth like one aspect of yourself. And it's really damaging if you only pursue like the empty, meaningless sex over something more worthwhile, like intimacy in your relationship, where the other person is actually like that they care about you more than they just care about some physical aspect.
Yeah, because that is a good thing to have a connection with someone. Glad you guys did this interview.
Of course.
Yeah.
I am crying a little because it's just like
Oh, why?
just a release to me. Know you guys are there for me.
Oh, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay, good.
I don't often admit. I don't often cry in front of others. I usually do it on my own. But,
Mm.
yeah.
There's no shame in it.
No shame
Also,
in crying.
you're a lot you're a lot more controlled crier than I am. Like I couldn't even tell. Like whenever I start crying, like over a call or something, it's just like like it's
That's
so
like
obvious.
it's a creepy cry right there. Like
Like no, it's so obvious. Like I really can't hide that I'm crying. It's like I don't know how you're doing it so flawlessly.
this is just a light cry for me. Cried heavily before, but you guys would know if I was crying heavily. But yeah, it's it was a great interview, and
Yeah, we're here for you.
thanks, you guys. And before I ended it, this isn't doxing. Just you guys said you could talk to the mods about me hosting a movie.
Yeah.
And also,
Mhm.
Square said I could do another seminar, so I guess I'll work on that. I don't know if you guys would want to attend another.
Yeah. If I can, yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to be there if I'm available.
This
It's
seems
just
like a lot of
work.
fun.
Okay.
Like work
Yeah.
takes up a lot of my time. But if I'm available, I'll definitely try to make it.
So I don't know how to do it on a politics server, but somehow you guys are able to record. I don't know if it's screen sharing or what, but you guys record like I'm doing now. But I guess one of the mods can figure that out. But yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool to do. To see what. Okay. Right. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head off of voice chat.
All right.
All
And I'm
right.
gonna go to bed. I don't know what you guys are up
Thanks
to.
for talking to us.
Yeah, of course.
Really?
Thanks for
You guys liked it?
doing the interview.
Yeah, it was nice talking to you.
Alrighty. Thanks, guys. Again, that meant a lot. Anyway, in the bot, and I'm just gonna. If you guys wanted to say anything after the bot is, you could. Then I'm just gonna head out. Okay.
Okay.
All right.